Welcome to Astro Rahu Channel English. I'm your host Vishal Sathye. Today we'll discuss for the Leo Ascendant what happens when Mars is exalted in the 6th house. Please bear with me if the light is not good because I'm doing this video a bit hastily. I'm not getting time to do astrological videos. I'm doing this video at night on this mobile light. So let's go ahead. Now for the Leo Ascendant, Mars is in the 6th house, exalted. Mars is the 4th lord and the 9th lord. See, many people on the internet on this subject will give stereotype answers for this placement. I will try to discuss some of my experience as well. So watch the episode completely from the beginning to the end. Now, because Mars is exalted. Whenever Mars is exalted, in fact, the personality becomes very bold, and especially the Earth houses, the 2nd house, the 6th house, and the 10th house. There is no need to hide. So the person fights openly. Here Mars fights openly, and he is in a very open sign as well, because it is the sign of the 10th house originally in the Kalpurish Kundli. So what is the 10th house? It is the house which is at 12 noon, so in the daylight. So here the person is very straightforward, and he speaks on the face, and he usually follows the rules, and he is with the dharma, that is, he is righteous and he fights for dharma. And usually whenever Mars is exalted, I have seen the opponents backbiting and fighting from behind, because the sheer truth and the sheer power of an exalted Mars, it is tremendous. So people cannot win from if they come from the front. So but because Mars here is strongly placed in the 6th house, usually, many a times, almost every time, the subject wins in each and every dispute in life. But the opponents will try to fight from behind, from the 12th house. So here 12th house, because the 12th sign is ruled by moon, and the 12th house and sign both are such signs and houses where there is fighting from behind, gorilla fight. So people will fight from behind, this person will fight from front. He will go and find his enemies and destroy them from the front, and he will say that yes, I am doing this to you. I am saying this. I have nothing to hide. This is how it is, and boom, this is the approach of the individual. And especially in this position, I tell you, if Saturn is weak, then this position is not don't count on this position blindly. Sometimes in some videos I've seen people saying that this position of Mars is like ultimate and everything is like decided every time the individual will win. It is not so. Every kundli is different. You all the alignments are important. Even Navamsa placements are also very important. So you have to show to a good astrologer, experienced astrologer, and see in detail what's going on. Say if Saturn is weak over here, then the person will fight foolishly from the front. But when he does that, he might lose. He might have bad experiences. Even say if Moon is debilitated in the fourth house, then there even then, if Moon is not well placed, the person has to be very careful. I'll discuss one or two cases experiences which I have seen later, but let me hurriedly finish with what this what are the other points of this placement. Now here, because the Mars is the fourth lord and the ninth lord, so obviously in fact for the Leo ascendancy, because Scorpio is in the fourth house, many Leo ascendants have a tough time, a tough family life, a tough home life, because say if you see like the say childhood of Michael Jackson, a Leo ascendant, he also struggled, had some his own challenges growing up. He had the challenges at home, and these guys are very, because Leo ascendant is a very powerful ascendant. They face these kinds of challenges at home, but they win from that. They are the made. They are of such matter that they are very tough, and they have the ability to face all these challenges and come out victorious from this. So they many a times the Leo ascendants have a tough childhood or tough atmosphere at home many a times, and mother and father both in this case here, because Mars is placed in the sixth house and exalted, so they are very discipline oriented, disciplinarian, and very structured and very strict, and very physically powerful, and they are very hardworking. This is also a very logical thing over here, because Mars here is exalted in the sixth house. And for Leo ascendants, I have especially seen that many a times the mother is more Martian than the father. From various consultations, I have seen this. Even if Mars rules the ninth house of father and fourth house of mother, but mother is, I've seen, a bit more Martian and more authoritative many a times. So this can also be the case. And apart from this, many a times the gurus and teachers are many a times very strict and structured, because ninth house also represents the gurus and teachers, and the knowledge that the person gains, many a times higher knowledge which he gains is from the practical experiences of the person, because here the ninth lord is placed in the sixth house and it is exalted. And it is possible that the mother or the father or both, they can be employed in or self-employed, or they may be in the medical industry, either nurse or doctor, or they can also be engineers, because an exalted Mars represents engineer as well, or they can be in social work as well, or they can be in police or army or civil services, or in politics. This is also possible. Or they can be even in some kind of a work which is probably related to providing service in reference to religion as well, or they might be serving in a monastery or something like that, because here there is also connection with the ninth house, and it can be social work in reference to religion as well. This is also possible with this placement. Here, if Saturn is strong and Moon is strong and the ascendant Lord is strong, then the person will win from all kinds of disputes, especially because Mars represents property. So by disputes, he can earn property, or he can build a house as well. He can gain through disputes and gain in property, or he can also gain through debt by taking debt, because sixth house also represents debt. He can take debt and that will be beneficial for him. This is also possible. Or through any kind of disputes, say courts or anything, any dispute, he might win and gain in status, gain monetarily as well. And if he has any kind of disease or accident, he will recover very fast, because he has such tremendous willpower and he is a fighter. And also with this placement, you will see that the enemies which the person faces are also very strong. But the thing is that the person here is so strong, and so he has such a solid willpower, that even though the enemies are strong, this person will destroy the enemies. And the main reason behind his why he wins is that because here fourth lord is in the sixth house, and it is Mars which is exalted. So this guy, he likes to fight and vanquish his enemies, and this brings him peace of mind. So he has a fighting nature actually, and by fighting and winning he feels nice and balanced, because the fourth house represents peace of mind, and here winning will give him peace of mind. So he's like a negative side to this is that such a person is always competitive, and sometimes this kind of an attitude, over competitive attitude, might unnecessarily bring hardship to his close ones, especially his people who are close to him, his family members. This could be a downside to this placement. Otherwise, this placement for the individual is like you can say good, but again another downside to this is also that the atmosphere of the home is many a times challenging. And again here, if what I promised that I would share some of my research that I'm discussing. If moon here is somehow, if it is debilitated in the fourth house, then the person has to be really careful, because because here the fourth lord is in the sixth house and the 12th lord is in the fourth house and debilitated. So while the person is a fighter and he wins by fighting, but the moon, the 12th lord moon, might bring some untoward, unexpected events at home, by which this person might get in trouble. So he has to watch out for that. He has to be careful. He has to protect his home, because some misfortunes might occur at home, and that might really put this individual in difficulty, or that might put the life of this individual in difficulty, because here Mars aspects the ascendant from the sixth house. And here Mars also, if Mars is well placed, then this will be beneficial for the individual. It will increase his well-being and increase his health. But if Saturn is, say, weak, or Moon is weak, or Mars is not well placed, then there would be problem to the ascendant and to the body. And here Mars also aspects the ninth house. So here Mars doesn't destroy the ninth house, but as I told you, teachers are strict, and many times this person would have an attitude whereby he feels competitive with his teachers, and he feels as if it would be better if he gained knowledge through suffering and through his own experience than getting knowledge directly from his teachers. Many a times this kind of approach towards knowledge is there, many a times when Mars is associated with the ninth house. So this was my analysis on this placement. Mars exalted in the sixth house for the Leo ascendant. If you like this episode, don't forget to press the like button, and please share this video. This is Vishal Sathye signing off for now. Bye.